Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Coldborough Park Farm, where today we're going to be moving the combine and then probably doing a bit of forestry actually. We have the T7 Blue Power. Sorry, I just had to do something there. We have the new Holland T7 Blue Power down in field 7 doing some ploughing for us at the moment. And we are just loading up this header onto the Crochet header trailer, which should be in the mod list. If it's not, tell me and I can put it on very quickly after the DU. Okay, let's bring the combine down first, and because I remembered this time there is traffic on the map. This is a good excuse to use beacons. Now, in the last stream you would have seen me buying this thing and I said I was waiting for a header trailer. I'm actually using a different mod. The one I was planning on using for a header trailer, I was told the one I was going to use is not very good. And Landy recommended the Crochet one to me, so I said, okay, I'll give that one a try. It seems pretty good, so that's why I'm using it. As you can see, we have £15,993 in the bank, and Courseplay is eating away at that pretty quickly. So we might actually do you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna pull in here. Instead of bringing the combine down, let's do a bit of contracting here on field 14, because this field does have contracting available. It costs 281 grand. But let's see if we can get a nice weird combination going here. Fast Track 8000 and a slurry tanker. Yes, please. So we're going to spread some slurry for this guy, just because we can. And I've seen that, there's not many people actually doing the missions on Coldborough, which is interesting. It is kind of one of the selling points of the map now, is that it's a British map that has missions. And just need to wait for this thing to unfold. Eventually, I could cheat and use Courseplay, but I'm not going to. Courseplay doesn't count as a player, so they'll just be getting angry at me. I'm enjoying the fact that I've just let the combine with the beacons on at the side of the road. That was probably a bit stupid, but it'll do. But you can do missions on the map, obviously. I'm doing one. And it's a good way to getting a bit of extra income. I didn't actually pay attention to how much we're going to make for this mission, which was a mistake on my part, and I admit defeat, and I'm a bit of a twit. And one thing I do want to do very soon, and this is why one of the reasons that I'm doing these missions and preparing to get some grass for silage and hay. I actually want to get another grass field, which, that's why part of the reason I'm doing the missions is to get more grass fields. And the reason I want to get more grass fields is because I want to get into doing cows. And yeah, the game's going to shout at me because I don't own the field beside this one. It's fine, just shut up, game. I want to get into doing cows, and I don't have any hay left, or I don't have any straw left because I sold all the straw. And I won't be able to get straw until next summer. So the next best thing, I could get pigs also and just buy some pig feed. That's actually a good alternative. That's a good potential solution. And it'll give me a reason to go up to Yatton Ridge Farm. I could buy one of the fields up there and make silage up there. Now the pigs don't take silage, but the silage will be useful for the cows, and that's why I'm thinking silage is a good option, because I do want to get into all the animals on this map. Now I will say that's probably not going to happen. The reason it's not going to probably not going to happen is because I'm probably going to be moving this map Coldborough onto the multiplayer server in the very near future, and we'll have new maps on the go in single player, and I'll try and keep them going for a bit longer. One of them that I'll be playing in single player is Sandy Bay. The other one is going to remain a mystery until it starts on the channel. So you guys get a bit of, guesswork to do. What map am I potentially getting? I will say it is nothing called Wex. It is not Wexcombe Manor Farm. I am not that kind of person. You guys know who I have contact with. And I'm not getting any of Oxygen David's maps early, just as a FYI. You guys know, those of you who've been around a while will know who I talk to and who I don't. And you might be able to put together an educated guess. At least, like, the name of the person whose map I'll be playing alongside Sandy Bay. Now, that's about all the hints I can give you at the moment. A second one, I guess, would be it's not Sim. Not Sim's map. That's not ready yet. He has, I think, said in a video that I have been on his map. I do have a copy of it. Because I was testing something for him. I was trying to get something to work for him. That didn't work. And I still actually do have the copy of the map. But I'm not the kind of person who's gonna, say, hey, look, here's Sim's map, and it's absolutely nowhere near finished. It's changed drastically since, the version I have. It's not my own map either. That's... Oh my god, that's so far from finished. If you guys saw the state of my map right now, you would not think I have spent 400 or 500 hours on it, probably. You just wouldn't. It doesn't look like I've spent much time on it at all, but I've got a very bad habit of being perfectionist, and everything has to be perfect, and everything is being drawn out as a result. But it has actually, in the last couple of months, I've made really good progress with it. And then the past week I decided to rescale all of the hedges to be smaller, which means I'm, after grinding to a halt, and now I'm going backwards over what I've already done to fix it up. But it makes the map look better, so. The joys of mapping. And to those of you who have no idea how to do, how long it takes to make a map, yes, I have said I've worked on it for a year and about 500 hours, and it's nowhere near done yet. Because I am a perfectionist. You guys need to accept that mapping is not something that you can do in a night. Some mods you can do in a night, some scripts you can. If you're particularly good at modeling, you could probably get an entire mod done in a night. But, especially if it's like a weight or fertilizer spreader or something. But maps, you're filling out 4 square kilometers. Like, each side of the map is 2 kilometers in game and in real life, especially if you're doing a DEM. Maps are not quick. They are not something you can just say, bish bash bosh, here's a map. And you might notice that I'm talking about maps that I'm looking forward to, like Sandy Bay. I say, oh, I can't wait for this map to come out. I'm really looking forward to it. It's not a case of, oh, when's the map coming out? Which, I can say it to Landy. And I can say it to, you could probably say it to Oxygen David just as a jokey thing, but it's not a case of me being impatient. It's a case of me asking a legitimate question. Also, Coldborough, I am aware that you can't get all 100 of the things. Ooh, stair terrace. Somebody was asking for me to use this thing, the stair terrace, so I can't remember I think it was Fusion Sniping. You were asking me to use the stair terrace, so your wish is granted. Granted, I didn't buy it alongside the T7, which is pretty much the same tractor, from what I can see. But you've got your wish. But I will say, as a simple fact, I have spoken to a map maker in the past week. I'm not going to name. And they said, hey, listen, my map's kind of not ready yet, but I said I'd give it to you on this day. do you still want it? And I said, well, no, because it's not ready. Come back to me when it's ready. Take your time. Don't feel rushed. And when it's ready, I'll play on your map and do a first look and all that kind of good stuff. But until such point as you're happy with it, I don't see the point of you giving it to me. And the map maker in question doesn't know that I work on maps myself, and I'm working on a map myself, I guess. And knows that I appreciate how long they take and how annoying they can be. So it's a case of you don't know how long a map takes until you do one yourself. And I thoroughly encourage you guys to, when you're finished watching this video, or even while you're watching it, open up Giants Editor, open up, we'll say, Coldborough Park Farm, and just scroll down through the scene graph, which is the thing on the left with all the weird icons, and just look at how much stuff is on the map. And keep in mind that pretty much everything had to be placed by hand and rotated and put into exactly where it is by hand. Each one of these hedges was by hand. More, I think they might use a script that places it, but I think some people use a script that places it along a spline, but they all had to be rotated. They all had to have some sort of input from Bullet Bill himself. And it's not a case of bish bash bosh, you're done. It's a case of, well, that saved me 2 hours of placing hedges. Now I just need to rotate them all and get them all sank into the exact right position. And you can always, yeah, that has to be that's either a spline or he's duplicated along a straight line. And it's really fun working on maps and then going into a map that is fantastic like Coldborough, especially in the autumn seasons. Oh my god, does this thing look spectacular with seasons. Bullet Bill, if you're watching Bullet Bill, this is what seasons can do to a map. I was talking to him on FSUK a while back, and I said, do you know what, Coldborough's really enhanced by seasons. I think he might have thought I was just sucking up to him or something. No, I was being honest. Coldborough is ridiculously enhanced by seasons. Any map that uses a lot of giant trees, it looks spectacular. You know, I don't think YouTube does this justice. I honestly don't, because like looking over there, it's a sea of red and orange, and looking, you know, up at that hill, it's just a sea of red, yellow and orange trees everywhere. And yeah, they don't look great up close, but at a distance, that looks amazing. It looks like it is autumn, especially with a few spruce trees and pine trees in the middle of it all. The only real shame is that the trees off in the distance don't change colour, because that's just a painted plane. But that looks amazing. I would, you know, yes. Just yes, and I actually want to talk about something real quick. It's just kind of occurred to me. I'll be talking about it again in this evening's video on old streams, and yes, for once I am actually getting both videos out today. Those of you who watched the streams over the weekend, Saturday's stream over the weekend, because YouTube wouldn't let me stream on Sunday because it broke. Well, yeah, whatever happened Sunday, it's a thing that's been happening with YouTube streaming. Is just, I'll hit the stream button, it says, hey, we're pushing data to YouTube, and YouTube's like, yeah, no, you're not. No, we ain't getting anything. Wherever it's going, it's not going to us. But on Saturday, started the stream, and I kind of, as a joke, just for myself, I put 4,000 as the subscriber goal for the stream, knowing that I'd need to have got 20 subscribers in a day, which hasn't happened in weeks. And you know, January's just a slow month. It's just been one of those months where just having done YouTube for a while and watched a lot of YouTube channels, I know that there's kind of ebbs and flows at times. You can get these periods where nothing happens and then all of a sudden everything happens in like a week. And yeah, Saturday was one of those days where something happened, and I don't know what, and I wish I knew because it was kind of magical. Where, you know, I started the stream kind of as a joke, put 4,000 as the subscriber goal, and I was like, it's not gonna happen. And as the stream went on, I was like, you know, 3,990. Like, okay, that could happen tomorrow then. 3,995. Okay. 3,998. Oh crap, on a cracker. I'm just going to continue the stream until... Oh, there's 4,000. It's one of those things that it just sneaks up on you. And I was talking to Dan, I think, on Discord. And he was around when I hit 1,000 subscribers. Coincidentally on Coldborough. I was harvesting field 7, in fact, which is currently being ploughed. What was I harvesting? I think I was harvesting canola. Yes, I do have that kind of memory. Where it's just like... Well, it's one of those great times where... This is why I like Coldborough so much, by the way. Is because it does have a lot of meaning to me. Because 1,000 was originally like the point where I consider myself successful on YouTube, and it just kind of happened during a stream. And he missed the stream on Saturday, but I said it was basically a do-over of the 1,000. Where, you know, it started the stream, said, I get any milestones today. Nothing special's gonna happen today. I mean, it's a Saturday. What happens on a Saturday? And it just kind of snuck up on me, and I love when that happens. It's like, oh, shut up! It's one of the best things on YouTube. If you didn't hear the AI driver started honking at me, it's genuinely if you know those like surprise parties people throw that I've never had thrown from me, but you know those surprise parties where it's like, oh my god, wow, yeah, pretty much that. And never did like the way that road looked. Always been a bit of a... Hang on, can this thing pop up on 3 wheels if I turn fast enough? No, but it did... Okay. I'm going to grab the TS to get the header up to the yard. And it is a 25-foot header now as opposed to the... It was a 14-foot that I was using before. So we will take much bigger swaths with this combine when it comes round to harvest again. Is it worth getting some pigs? Is it worth getting some pigs for the pig food? Because they'll then produce slurry, which is free fertilizer. Just put the combine in here. I don't know if this is where the combine will be put in real life, but this is where I'm putting it. There we go. Lights off. Where's the TS? TS 115. You can go down to the shop, my friend. Still deciding on whether or not I want to get some pigs. And if I do, I'll need to move the Kramer. Because the Kramer is currently at Chantry Farm, and it'll basically need to be moved up to Yatton Ridge Farm to get to the pigs. Which is why I'm kind of thinking cows would be a better first option, but pigs you can basically buy the food at the shop. I'm thinking pigs are probably a better option right now. I could get, if I had money, I could get a second skid steer, or I could move the one that I have the shop. But then I wouldn't be able to... Such are the problems of my life. Do I get a second skid steer? Because I did nuke the low. Do I get a second skid steer and we get down to Chantry, or Yatton Ridge, just to deal with the pigs? Well, no, because then I'd need a bunch of equipment. Yeah, no. That's not going to happen. I will probably actually bring the little Steyr up to Chantry and use that to deal with the pigs. Let's grab this thing. Is there a lock script on it? Apparently not. That's fine. Let's get our beacons going. Let's get our beacons going, please. Beacons. That'd be nice. There we go. What buttons are the beacons? Oh, I was using the wrong button entirely. So we got quad beacons going at the moment. We're blinding every driver that comes near us. And holding up traffic, which is about right for a tractor. And I've made my decision. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the little Steyr. Once we get up to Coldborough Farm, I'm going to bring that down to the shop. Because the trailer's already there. I'm going to load... I've got... How do I want to do this? Because I'll need to get a set of pallet forks full of pig food and a bucket over to Yadden Ridge. Do I just ignore the fact that the pigs are going to make a mess? I think I'm just going to ignore the fact that the pigs are going to make a mess for the time being. And maybe my best option is in fact to bring the Land Rover down to Chantry, pick up the animal trailer. Yeah, we'll buy the pigs in this episode. So we haven't really done all that much today. We've just done a couple of missions and kind of faffed about with stuff. But if we can get some pigs, I'll call this episode a success. This video a success. Because that's like genuine, that's pretty big progress actually, getting some pigs. So we got the sheep for money, and the pigs then are going to be for, effectively for fertilizer. Because that's where I see the biggest use of the pigs. And yeah, they're going to reproduce at an insane rate, but that's kind of another free money situation where I can sell off pigs once we get to about 50. If I can keep the pig population at about 50, and we're not going to buy that many, but, well, we're not going to buy that many right now. We're only going to buy about 10 or 11 if we can afford that. We're basically going to buy however many we can afford. Minus probably about 1,000 for pig food. So let's hop into the Land Rover. This is VF's Land Rover. I'm still using this particular one. I know I've got another Land Rover on old streams. I do have two different Land Rover mods, both of them by VF. Here's why I wanted to use the Land Rovers, because I can get places pretty dang quickly with this thing. And power slide too, which is nice. It's always nice to power slide, isn't it? Those of you who watch Friday's stream, you'll know this is a terrible idea. But it's been quite uneventful. Except for that power slide, which was a bit too aggressive. And the animal trailer I actually left. This is a joy of my organization. I know where I actually leave things. Please tell me I can bring the animal trailer with this thing. Yes, I can. Beautiful. And away we go. At a much reduced speed, because now we've got about 5 tons of metal on the back. A ton and a half, be generous. It's not as fat as I thought. So we'll need to get down to the pig... Well, down to the animal market at the shop. Which hopefully we can get to at a reasonable pace. Once we get onto this road here. Now you wouldn't normally pull this size of trailer with a Land Rover. I'm gonna be honest, it would probably be a tractor or a truck pulling this thing. But yeah, this thing just is not steering at all, is it? I may grab the deer. In fact, I think I will grab the deer and I'll just pull this thing up in here. Where's the deer? 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 There's the deer. This thing is actually slightly misscaled. This is a 6R sized 7030. 7430. This thing should be much bigger than it is. It's a bit of a shame. Bit of an oversight on the modder's part, mod author's part, but so be it. This thing will be able to get down to the shop a bit faster than we could with the Land Rover. It's going to be slower in terms of top speed getting there, but faster in terms of it can actually handle the trailer. Especially with my driving. You guys know what my driving's like. It's not the greatest. Come on, pick up the trailer. There we go. We're free, and this lunatic just barges into the side of it. Us. Oh dear, we're causing an accident. Oh dear. We've got a when two become one situation going on. Oh dear. There's been an accident. Okay, you can go. Yeah, I'm just going to accept that was a thing and make no comments. That, everybody, is why farm sim traffic has been going so slowly since 2015. Because if they go up to a reasonable speed of 50 kilometers an hour, they meld into one mega car as soon as something stops. For example, if I were to stop that Jeep... Okay. Okay, you're just gonna ram into the side of me. Go on. Drive on, douchebag. You're gonna put... Yeah. An indicator would have been nice, sir. Also, actually slowing to turn down and take the corner at a reasonable speed would have been nice. He says, knowing full well he wasn't doing the exact same thing. So, we're gonna pick up the pigs. We're gonna see how many pigs we can actually pick up. Which is a good secondary question. Why didn't I bring the Land Rover behind this to pick up the... Oh, nuts. I've left my low loader at the shop. Actually, the bale trailer as well. Oh my god, it's the bale trailer left at the shop. Dang it. That thing's an auto load. I could have loaded all the pallets onto it. Nuts. Right, we want to buy some pigs, which are $3 a piece. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's buy 7 pigs. And bring it up to Yetton Ridge. They have some very angry sheep here, apparently. Some extremely angry sheep. Kinda have thinking about getting a bucket for that, the JCB as well. Because if it snows, which it's forecast to, bring up the weather forecast, it's forecast to snow Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. If and when it snows, that yard is just going to be covered in snow and not fun to deal with. But if I can clear the yard with the skid steer, that's going to be a bit nicer. And before anybody asks, yes, I am planning on doing some forestry on this map too. Yes. But let's just drive like a lunatic up to Yetton Ridge, because I've already got plans for the pigs. And in the next video we can get some pig food and sort them out food-wise, because I can arrange things off camera. Which this... Huh. I always thought this was kind of wide, and I'm just looking at it now and I'm realizing that my map is actually... Well, I always thought this was kind of tight, and I've just realized my map is even tighter than this. Ooh. Ooh, good lord, I'm a maniac. And then I've just seen a single misplaced hedge. My perfectionism is getting the better of me. I want to fix that hedge. I'm not even kidding. There's another one. Oh my god, no, 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 don't pay attention to the hedges, Dave. You will just become tempted to make every hedge in Coldborough perfect. Reasons that my map ain't done yet. Perfect hedges. Seriously, they're Oh my god. There's the non-animated horses, because no scripts, lol. And I think oh, the chickens are over here as well, and I've been completely neglecting them. So there's probably going to be eggs absolutely freaking everywhere. How bad is it? Not bad at all, I'm concerned. Where are all the eggs gone? Do we have any eggs produced? Chickens, 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 eggs, chickens, eggs. Eggs in coop 4. Oh. So let's unload our 7 pigs. Confirm. And that's our success for the day, really. And that's going to be it for today. I'll be back on, well, tomorrow with some Euro Truck, hopefully. And definitely some old streams. And some old streams this evening as well. But until then, I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Coldborough Park Farm. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.